Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. And for this particular video, ladies and gentlemen, kindly let me know the name of your polling station. Ladies and gentlemen, Uhuru Kenyatta is making strategic moves in Jubilee Party. And those moves are actually worrying Kenya Kwanza. Earlier today, Jeremiah Kioni and David Murathe, who are key allies of Uhuru Kenyatta, were in Lamu. Previously, the two have been leading series of political activities in the mountain. I want you guys to pay very close attention to the message that Jeremiah Kioni delivered in Lamu very briefly.
Na pili, nataka kuambia William Ruto will not run on UDA. Hata kuwa na UDA 2027. Kama hiyo, kwa hivyo kama unafikiria hapo ni nyumbani, pia umepotea. Utaachwa kule kwa mataa. La tatu, William Ruto is a one-term president. Hawezi pata la pili. Kwa hivyo kama ujui nyumbani ni wapi, uliza wale ambao wanajua. Na nyumbani ni Jubilee.
Basically, Jeremiah Kioni is telling the people of Lamu that William Ruto is going to be a one-term president. And personally, I've also opined on this platform many times that unless a miracle is going to happen, William Ruto is going to be a one-term president. Now, listening to David Murathe also during the same event for you to appreciate Uhuru Kenyatta's latest moves.
Na hii mkutano iko na madhumuni mawili. Two objectives. The first one, tulisikia hapa kuna nduru kwamba watu wanachinjwa. Alright? Na tuko na wall, tunajiita sijui Kikuyu Council of Elders, tukasema wacha tukuje wenyewe tupate brief ya ile kitu inaendelea wapi hapa. That is the first objective. The second objective, na ndio muhimu zaidi, Secretary General amekuja, atawaambia mikakati na miradi na vile tutaendelea na chama ya Jubilee. Sawa sawa? Na mimi siogopi kitu. Na ndio tunaambia huyo baba, hata huyo Kalonzo, kama hawajipangi kutoa hawa watu 2027. Si hata huyu Kioni anatosha. Ala. Kwa hivyo ni njia anatafuta ya kuwatoa. And I can tell you the secret. Because walianza kwenda na rigiji. Na jua hiyo. Kina Kanini, kina Sabina na nini. Walienda kwa na Ruto hawezi kukubali rigiji akuwe na chama. Tunaelewana? Mnanielewa? So anamkata miguu. Na mapema. No, si hata yao wanasema wanataka 3 deputy party leaders. Sijui waweke Mudavadi, sijui waweke Weta na Rigiji. Nao Mount Kenya imechemuka. Wanataka deputy party leader ikuwe nani? Moja. Ikuwe nani? Akufukuzae hakwambii ama namna gani Nuru? Huyu hii ndoa imeenda. Ama namna gani? Kwa hivyo nataka msimame sasa, mkaribishe SG.
Now, let me ask you this question. Do you think Uhuru Kenyatta can successfully manage to wrestle the control of the mountain from the grip of William Samoei Ruto? Because let's face it, in 2022, William Ruto successfully managed to kick Uhuru Kenyatta and his Jubilee Party out of Mount Kenya. And then after that, William Ruto then focused on Jubilee Party. he took control of elected leaders from Jubilee Party in the National Assembly. All of them, apart from I think one or two, are still with Uhuru Kenyatta. Then he tried taking control of Jubilee Party. But I think at some point, William Ruto decided, maybe Uhuru Kenyatta outwitted him, or he decided to let it go. So as we speak, Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to regain the grounds in Mount Kenya. Can he succeed? In this video, I want to reveal to you guys Uhuru Kenyatta's latest moves in Mount Kenya and why William Ruto and his brigades are worried. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But by the way, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to thank the following people. You are seeing their names on the screen there for the coffee they sent to me earlier. You can also do the same using the numbers you are seeing on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, what are some of the strategies that Uhuru Kenyatta is actually using in the mountain? Number one, if you ask me, is silence. Since the last election, you've never seen Uhuru Kenyatta anywhere playing politics in the mountain. So Uhuru Kenyatta has maintained silence. And because of that, Kenya Kwanza leaders attacked Uhuru Kenyatta. What they didn't know was happening was that by attacking Uhuru Kenyatta was getting sympathy. So that's the first strategy. The second strategy is that they're taking advantage of Kenya Kwanza failures. And that's why majority of the people in the mountain are currently regretting why they never listened to Uhuru Kenyatta. It's simply because William Ruto made promises. Those promises are not being met. So they are being reminded that, Uhuru told you this was going to happen. And lastly is the strategic moves to revamp Jubilee Party. And that's exactly what has been happening all over of late. If you are keen, you will realize that Jeremiah Kioni and the team have been moving across the mountain. So it's just a matter of time for us to know whether they are succeeding or not. But why is Kenya Kwanza worried about Uhuru Kenyatta's latest moves in the mountain? Number one is the possibility of the emergence of a Mount Kenya-based political party. If there's one thing that is giving William Ruto serious political headache, is the possibility of a Mount Kenya-based political party. In fact, if there's one thing that William Ruto is going to work so hard not to happen, is for another political party to emerge in the mountain. That's why William Ruto tried so hard to kill Jubilee Party. So the biggest fear is that the mountain currently is rebelling against UDA Party. Or, for example, or let me say, is rebelling against UDA Party. Or let's say, Kenya Kwanza government. Because of the promises which are unfulfilled. But there's also a general agreement that as much as those people are leaving Kenya Kwanza, or are leaving UDA for that matter, where are they going to? They are not joining Azimio. They are not joining Jubilee. Where are they going to? So these are the people Uhuru Kenyatta are now targeting. And is targeting them directly using a message which they understand. Listening to Jeremiah Kioni giving a list of the people William Ruto has appointed in government since he took over, then you'll understand what that particular list, the reading of the list, was intended to achieve.
Mchana usiku wanarara kwingineko. Kenyan CEO Abraham Serem, Kenya Power CEO Joseph Sirol, Kenya Pipeline CEO Joe Sang, Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Agency CEO Daniel Kipto, rafiki yangu, Kentraco Company Radia Sitinei, Kenya Post Authority William Ruto, Kemli CEO Elijah Songok, Kenya Cooperative KCC Nixon Sigei, rafiki yangu, NSSF David Kolos, Cereals Board, John Getich. AFC, Agricultural and Food Authority, not AFC, Agricultural and Food Authority, Coroneli Selem. Kenya Seed Company, Sami Kiprangat. Nyayo Tizun, Peter Kolil. Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research, Eliud K. Kiregel. Kenya Meat Commission, Joseph Kipto. Kenya Dairy Board, Margaret Kibochi. Kenya Animal Seed, Genetic Resource, David Kios. Export Processing Zone, Richard Cheluyot. Kenya National Accreditation Services, Martim Chesile. Special Economic Zone, Kenneth Chulile. Insurance Regulatory Authority, Godfrey Kiptum. Kenya Deposit Insurance, Heren Kipchumba Chepkuni. Privatization Commission, Joseph Kosigei. Director General of Immigration, Evelyn Cherugut. Kenya Space Agency, Hilary Kosigei. Kenya Post Authority, Sarah Selem. Kenya Water Towers Agency, Julius Tanui. Kenya Forestry Research Institute, Joseph Cheboyo. Tourism Regulatory Authority, Nembe Talam. North Rift Waterworks, CEO Edwin Cherutich. National Employment Authority, Vincent Kigen. Kenya Pipeline Chair, Faith Boynet. Sasa wewe umekaa hapa ukifikiria kuna kitu unajua. Na unasema wewe ni shareholder. Hello?
So basically by reading that list, what Jeremiah Kioni is trying to do is simply trying to remind the people of the mountain that UDA party or Kenya Kwanza is not your home. You need your home. So that's the first worry they are facing. Number two, Uhuru Kenyatta is also taking advantage of William Ruto's mistakes. And is actually using those mistakes to whip the emotions of the people of the mountain. There's been this incident in Lamu where I think because of numbers, the Kikuyu community in Lamu took most seats. And the other day, there was a group of leaders from Lamu who addressed the media that they are not going to allow that to happen again. And of course, there's an alleged violence somewhere in Lamu. They are taking advantage of that the Kikuyu community is being targeted. And they're being targeted because Uhuru Kenyatta is not in power. And they're giving example that when Uhuru Kenyatta was in power, why were they not attacked at that particular time? Listening to David Murade very briefly.
Jana nimepata bahati nikakaa na wazee kidogo, wakakupatia briefing ya ile maneno inaendelea hapa. Na nimependa sana vile Virginia ameongea. Because we are not here to create animosity. Okay? Sisi tunajua Amu ama Lamu. Watu wamekuwa wakikaa kwa amani. Na hata hiyo vurugu tunasikia inachochewa kutoka wapi? Kutoka nje.
So the issue of Lamu is a very emotive issue, especially amongst the Kikuyus. But Kenya Kwanza are taking it lightly. So they are taking advantage of it, those mistakes. And of course, it's not only that, there are several other mistakes they are taking advantage of. Number three is Uhuru Kenyatta's popularity. The fact of the matter is that after the last election, Uhuru Kenyatta started regaining popularity in the mountain. Immediately, it became very clear that Ruto's government was not fulfilling some of the promises they made. When the state of economy started sliding, so they were regretting why they never listened to Uhuru Kenyatta, because the fact is, Uhuru Kenyatta really warned Kenyans against electing Kenya Kwanza. And Uhuru Kenyatta has kept his silence. And because of Uhuru Kenyatta's growing popularity, Kenya Kwanza are worried that the latest moves can actually yield some fruits. Number four, You see, in the last election, Jubilee Party managed to sweep the mountain. Why do you think that happened? Because Uhuru Kenyatta focused on the presidency. He wanted Raila Odinga to win. But he forgot that you also needed Jubilee Party. And you also needed his people. For example, if Uhuru Kenyatta had managed to win, say, 10 seats in the mountain, I'm sure even if Ruto were to buy all of them, some of them would have remained with him. And of course, even the residents there would be not very happy with those elected leaders. So Uhuru Kenyatta is currently focusing on winning seats. And that is something that is really worrying William Ruto, because his UDA leaders from the mountain have actually lost the ground. Some of them cannot even go to the ground to campaign. And that's why the other day I told you that most of them have started now talking the language of the ordinary man. Because what William Ruto wants them to do cannot sell on the ground. And lastly, the visibility, the brand visibility. By branding Jubilee as home, asking them to return home, I think it's something that is worrying Kenya Kwanza. Because in Kenya Kwanza, there's even the story that Ruto is preparing the ground to hand over that party called UDA to Musalia Mudavadi. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.